Paul Lindman, the morning update for Tuesday. If you've been on Northwest 23rd lately and seen how bad that roadway is, you had to be shocked over the weekend to read the Oregonian article on the fact that the Portland Transportation Bureau plans no major street repaving at least until 2017. Unbelievable. We asked Mayor Sam Adams to come on and talk about that. He didn't respond, and we asked Tom Miller of the Portland Transportation Bureau in to explain it as well, and he apparently can't make the time for us. So let's talk with Drummond Kahn. He's director of Portland's Audit Services Division. And Drummond, it's good to talk to you again. This is an issue that at least the auditor's office has been kind of concerned about for a few years now, right?
That's right, Paul, and good morning. We've been looking at the issue of paving since 2006 with a series of paving audits, did a follow-up in 2008, and we continue to be concerned that a shift from preventive maintenance into reactive or reconstructive maintenance costs a lot more. It's more expensive to have open heart surgery than it is to exercise and take cholesterol medicine. So we think that cheaper solutions earlier can preserve roads. So if the city's not doing maintenance, that could lead to much higher costs later on.
We should point out the Transportation Bureau still plans to spend nearly $13 million filling potholes and sealing cracks and doing minor repaving projects. But can you quantify this for us? I mean, can you put dollar amounts on what our inactivity in repaving might cost us long term?
Well, the national experts say that there's a factor of between 1 to 5 and 1 to 10, kind of averaging around 1 to 8, meaning that every dollar you spend on maintenance, preventive maintenance, can save you up to $8 in reconstruction. We reported back in 2008 that the approach to fill potholes may not be a good idea because potholes only happen once water has gotten underneath the subgrade of the street. So they're a good indicator that there's bad stuff beneath the street surface. So while filling potholes shows that we're responding to resident concerns, it doesn't fix the structural damage. And we have some examples in our 2008 report of potholes that had to be refilled with only a 4-month difference between the time they filled the pothole. And that says that the underlying street needs some more serious work rather than the pothole filling approach.
Transportation Bureau, like all city bureaus, has to go before City Council every year with their budget and get it approved. Were questions raised by the City Council, and did your audit division present information on the other side of this at budget time?
Well, we've been reporting on this publicly, and even when the new City Council came in 3 years ago now, we had a transition report that spoke to the issue of preventive maintenance and asset management being very, very important. We have a report coming out soon on the Water Bureau asset management, and just this notion that kind of makes sense that prevention is cheaper than the fix if things go really badly. So these have been out there for the public and decision makers to look at, and we're hoping that approach can be reviewed by our policymakers as they make decisions.
Transportation Bureau, as you heard me say, won't talk to us about this, and I don't mean to put you in a position of defending their position, but how do they respond to your critical reports?
Well, I mean, there are published responses in all of the reports that the public can read, and we've sent those links in, and folks can go to our website at portlandoregon.gov/auditor and take a look at the reports and the responses. I mean, a big question we have for decision makers, and this is a national question, is one that the city of Berkeley just raised in an audit report they did on street paving. And their question was, if we can't afford maintenance now, what makes us think we can afford reconstruction later? And that's a question that we have that's been consistent in these reports. Why not spend $1 now as opposed to $5 or $8 later?
But can you give me an idea what they say back to you as to why?
Well, a lot of the reasons have been back in 2008, for example, experts in PDOT and OMF, which is the city's Office of Management and Finance, told us that when they needed to reduce spending in the past, street preservation or maintenance has been the easiest to cut. It's big, and when positions are vacant, spending on paving and sealing materials is also reduced, which in the past has increased budget savings. One of our concerns we reported in 2008 was that the Transportation Office had used budget savings from street maintenance to fund other activities that were totally different. For example, in fiscal year 2002, that's money that went to buy the new parking meters. So our concern is just making sure that policymakers know that maintenance dollars are going for maintenance if that's their intent.
Drummond Kahn, he's Director of Portland's Audit Services Division. Drummond, thank you very much.
Thanks, Paul.